Hello, I'd like to tell you about a new research project in which we study how adding information into an online job platform affects how people search for jobs. This is joint work with Monica Bull and John Horton, and my name is Andrey Fradkin. So the motivation for this talk is the following. Job seekers should really care about the probability that their job application is successful. So for example, if they get rejected by the employer, that would be a bad outcome. However, they're typically unable to observe the amount of competition they face for a particular vacancy. They don't know whether 1,000 people have applied or just 5 people have applied. And in labor economics, most models of directed job search assume that searchers can infer their matching probabilities from job characteristics such as wages, and then they can use that information to apply accordingly. So in this paper, we study this directed search in the context of a digital job board. So this is an important channel for job finding in the economy. And what makes it really special is that the platform can observe the directed search behavior of previous users and the extent of congestion that a particular job has. Using this information, the platform can choose which information to display, how to rank jobs, and how to determine who's allowed to participate in a way that has the potential to make the job market much more efficient. And in this paper, we specifically studied the Facebook Jobs product. So this is a product that's available globally to Facebook users, typically focuses on hourly jobs, and is typically actually used on mobile, which is an interesting element of job search that we don't often think about. So in this jobs platform, you're going to get a list of jobs, as you can see here, and each job is going to be represented by a tile. So what we do in this paper is we study experiments that vary what's shown on the tile. So in the status quo tile, one thing that's shown is the amount of days that the vacancy has been posted for. In one of our treatment arms, we remove that and see what happens. So you can see there's no information here. And then in a variety of other treatments, we add information about how many other people have applied to a particular vacancy before the focal user. So here, for example, 5 to 20 applications have been submitted. And here where it says be one of the first to apply, fewer than 5 have been submitted. So we were able to conduct a series of 3 experiments which took place over time. So experiment 1 came first, then experiment 2, and then experiment 3. And these are the top line results that we have. So for experiment 1, we did not find statistically significant effects of signals of job congestion, namely how many other people have applied. So you can see that here. There were no statistically significant effects. But interestingly, as we launched version 2 and version 3 of these experiments, we did find effects. A 2.9% increase in the number of applications to undersubscribed jobs, namely those jobs with fewer than 5 applications. And then in experiment 3, it increased even more. And it's important to note that the difference between these two is statistically significant. So these signals successfully are able to redirect job search, and they do so without crowding out total applications. So we can see that total applications have also increased due to these treatments. And what this tells us is that the actual state of the ecosystem really matters for how information is used inside the platform. Now, I previously also mentioned an experiment which removed job vacancy age, and this is what is shown in this final column. And we see that this is actually a really negative thing for the platform. So without that job vacancy age information, you're a lot less likely to apply to undersubscribed jobs, and you tend to apply less in total. So there is a decrease of 1.8% in the number of applications if you remove this information. So to wrap up, information signals can direct job search towards uncongested jobs without completely crowding out the other applications.